So the last two chapters I've read in 2 Samuel, David's winning battles against the Philistines, and then he goes to move the Ark of the Covenant, and one of his faithful men, they're moving it on a cart pulled by an ox. An ox stumbles and it causes the cart to tip, and Ezra, I think his name is, goes to put his hand on the ark, and he gets struck down immediately. And that really bothers David. David's angry with God for doing that, but he keeps it to himself. And so they leave the ark there in Hebron for like 3 months, and the guy whose house he leaves in front of, that guy prospers a lot in that 3 months. So David brings it to his house in Jerusalem, and he's dancing in front of the Ark of the Covenant. And Michelle, Saul's daughter, who was David's wife, first wife, and she gets given to somebody else, and David takes her back, and David's got Abigail and these two other servants that are his wives, and she sees him coming in dancing before the ark, and she gets angry. She hates him from that point. And then she says something to him that's like, how good you look, to everybody and all your wives. And David's like, well, I'm very humbled to be able to dance in front of the God, and she gets struck as barren ever since. Now I don't know if she physically can't conceive, or if David's too preoccupied with Abigail and the other two wives. But there really becomes a challenge in the relationship when there's jealousy, or of talking with the opposite sex, or just looking too good, all right, being shining too bright, all right, and that comes a problem, and you got to find somebody that you're okay with them getting the limelight, and they're okay with you getting the limelight, because you in this world you have to produce, and if you're in business or sales, you got to attract people. You've got to be good at what you do, and it's okay to let people know that you're good at what you do. And the person that you're with needs to understand that if you're good at something, you need to let people know that you're good at it, right? I gave a speech. I have one more speech to go in the last manual for the silver designation. It's for Toastmasters, and it was on negotiating, and I just started talking about how people would call me shopping rates in the mortgage business, and how I'd handle them. And somebody, new person, was all in, like just enthralled with what I had to say, because he's just now getting into the finance business. And So it was very interesting to, I'm doing what I do, and it got somebody's attention, and now I've got a relationship with that person. Had somebody else, come to me for help. I'm working on that, but it's because I put out there what I know how to do and what I'm good at, and people are paying attention, and that's going to benefit me. All right, it's going to benefit whoever's with me. Okay, but if I had somebody that was, oh, what were you doing that, self-promoting, I've had that, and it causes confusion, it causes doubt. And you know what? When Ezra put his hand on the ark, he had anxiety. Right? He was concerned that God was going to get damaged. The ark was going to fall, and so he, in an urgently, with anxiety, put his hand on the ark, and God didn't know. You weren't allowed any kind of doubt, fear, any negative thinking. That's what happened to Aaron's sons when they got, killed in a profane fire. What was that? Well, they were drinking. They got drunk and like, hey, let's go make a sacrifice for God, right? They weren't clean when they went to do that, and that's why that happened. Okay, and why was David able to dance with joy in front of the ark? Because God wants that. God wants us to be joy-filled. Okay, when I see people at church and they're dancing up in front of the altar, and go get them. Go get them. Just they're seeing them dancing with the joy. I wouldn't do that. It's not something I do. But seeing them doing it and just being just joyful and just uninhibited, it makes me feel good, and that's what God wants. God wants that feel good. All right, God wants those loving feelings toward Him. Okay, He wants that from us. All right, it's a Saturday. I got an air conditioner that works now, so I'm excited already. Have a beautiful day.